Good afternoon. This is Akashvani, and I'm Anuja Kumar with the midday news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India's food diversity is a dividend for global investors. Inaugurates second edition of World Food India in New Delhi. King of Bhutan Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuck arrives in Guwahati on an 8-day official visit to India. Mobility and Migration Partnership Agreement signed between India and Italy to facilitate movement of workers, students and professionals. Filing of nomination papers begins for Telangana Assembly elections with issuance of notification. Delhi engulfed in thick layer of smog as air quality plummets further into severe category. And in ICC Cricket World Cup, match between Afghanistan and Netherlands underway in Lucknow. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today stated that India's investor-friendly policies are taking the country's food sector to new heights. Inaugurating the second edition of World Food India in New Delhi, Mr. Modi stressed that India's food diversity is a dividend for global investors.
आज भारत में ये जो इन्वेस्टर फ्रेंडली पॉलिसीज बनी हैं, वो फूड सेक्टर को एक नई ऊंचाई पर ले जा रही है। पिछले 9 वर्षों में हमारे कृषि निर्यात में प्रोसेस्ड फूड का हिस्सा 13 से बढ़कर 23% हो गया है। प्रोसेस्ड फूड के एक्सपोर्ट में करीब करीब 150% की वृद्धि हुई है। आज हम $50,000 मिलियन से ज्यादा का एग्रो एक्सपोर्ट करके ग्लोबली 7वें नंबर पर आ गए हैं।
Mr. Modi said food security is one of the key challenges being faced by the world in the 21st century.
21वीं सदी की सबसे प्रमुख चुनौतियों में से एक फूड सिक्योरिटी भी है। इसलिए वर्ल्ड फूड इंडिया का यह आयोजन और भी अहम हो गया है। भारत में प्रोसेस्ड फूड इंडस्ट्री को आज सनराइज सेक्टर के रूप में देखा जा रहा है। पहले वर्ल्ड फूड इंडिया के आयोजन से जो परिणाम प्राप्त हुए वो भी इसका एक बहुत बड़ा उदाहरण है।
The Prime Minister said that in the last 9 years, the food processing sector has attracted foreign direct investment of more than 50,000 crore rupees as a result of the government's pro-industry and pro-farmer policies.
पिछले 9 वर्षों में इस सेक्टर में 50,000 करोड़ का एफडीआई आया है। ये भारत सरकार की प्रो इंडस्ट्री और प्रो फार्मर्स पॉलिसीज का परिणाम है। हमने फूड प्रोसेसिंग सेक्टर के लिए पीएलआई की स्कीम प्रारंभ की है। इसके तहत इंडस्ट्री और नए प्लेयर्स को विशेष सहयोग मिल रहा है। आज भारत में एग्री इंफ्रा फंड के तहत पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के लिए भी हजारों प्रोजेक्ट्स पर काम हो रहा है।
The Prime Minister noted that women in India have the natural ability to lead the food processing industry.
आज भारत दुनिया को विमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट का मार्ग दिखा रहा है। भारत की इकोनॉमी में महिलाओं की भागीदारी लगातार बढ़ रही है। इसका भी फायदा फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री को हो रहा है। आज भारत में 9 करोड़ से ज्यादा महिलाएं सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप से जुड़ी हैं। आज इस कार्यक्रम में भी 1 लाख से ज्यादा महिलाओं को, जो विमेन सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप चलाती हैं, 1 लाख से ज्यादा महिलाओं को करोड़ों रुपयों की सीड कैपिटल दी गई।
Mr. Modi said country's sustainable food culture has evolved over thousands of years and India's ancestors linked food habits to Ayurveda. He said the entire world will gain from India's wealth of food knowledge. He highlighted that International Millets Year is being celebrated this year and India has given millets the status of Shri Ann.
मिलेट हमारी सुपर फूड बकेट का हिस्सा है। भारत में हमने इसे श्री अन्न की पहचान दी, लेकिन ये बीते कुछ दशकों में भारत समेत अनेक देशों से मिलेट फूड हैबिट से बाहर होते चले गए। इसका बहुत बड़ा नुकसान ग्लोबल हेल्थ को भी हुआ। भारत की पहल पर आज दुनिया में एक बार फिर मिलेट्स को लेकर जागरूकता अभियान शुरू हुआ है। मुझे विश्वास है जैसे इंटरनेशनल योग दिवस ने योग को दुनिया के कोने कोने तक पहुंचाया, वैसे ही अब मिलेट्स भी दुनिया के कोने कोने तक पहुंचेंगे।
The Prime Minister also stressed that mitigating food wastage is a significant endeavour in realising the objective of sustainable lifestyle. On the occasion, the Prime Minister disbursed seed capital assistance for over 1 lakh self-help group members. This support will help self-help groups to improve packaging and quality manufacturing and gain better price realisation in the market. The Prime Minister also inaugurated Food Street as part of World Food India 2023. It features regional cuisines and royal culinary heritage where over 200 chefs will participate and present traditional Indian cuisine. The King of Bhutan, Jigme, Khesar, Namgyel, Wangchuck, reached Guwahati this morning on an 8-day official visit to India. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma received the Bhutanese king at Gopinath Bordoloi Airport. Our correspondent reports a cultural program will be held this evening in the honour of King Wangchuck. Tomorrow he will visit the World Heritage Site of Kaziranga National Park. India and Italy have signed Mobility and Migration Partnership Agreement to enable seamless movement of workers, students and professionals and also address the challenges of illegal migration. The agreement was signed after a meeting between External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and his counterpart Antonio Tajani yesterday. In a social media post, the External Affairs Minister said the two leaders held a productive meeting during which they conversed about deepening India-Italy strategic partnership. They agreed that potential in agrotech, innovation, space, defense and the digital domain should be explored. The two leaders also spoke about the West Asia situation, Ukraine conflict and the Indo-Pacific landscape in detail. After the talks, they also signed cultural exchange program. Dr. Jaishankar reached Rome yesterday on a 2-day visit to Italy. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. In Telangana, filing of nomination for single-phase assembly polls has begun with the issuance of notification today. Polling for all 119 assembly constituencies will be held on the 30th of this month. Last date for filing of nominations is 10th of this month. Nominations can also be filed on Suvidha app, but a copy of the same should be filed with the returning officer later. Scrutiny of nominations will be held on the 13th and candidates can withdraw their names by 15th of this month. Meanwhile, major political parties have announced almost all of their candidates for the election. The ruling BRS has announced names for all constituencies except 5 places. Congress has announced names for 90-plus seats and BJP announced names of 88 candidates. The Congress and TJS have agreed to fight together, while CPIM announced it will go alone. Filing nominations is also in progress in Rajasthan. The BJP today released another list of 2 candidates for the upcoming Rajasthan Assembly polls. The party has fielded Ram Nivas Meena from Toda Bhim, while Swaroop Singh Khara will contest from Shiv Assembly seat. Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar has asserted that the poll body has been able to tackle the use of muscle power by and large in polls, but the use of money power and fake news are the challenges. In an exclusive interview with Akashvani, Mr. Kumar said the Commission is very serious about the use of money power and is taking strict action to check it. He added that over 1,000% rise in seizure has been witnessed in the 5 poll-bound states of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, Chhattisgarh and Mizoram since the enforcement of the Model Code of Conduct due to effective action.
If they see anything wrong happening, anybody distributing money, disturbing the polling process or anything, they need to just take a photo or type it and post it through on this C-Vigil application. And our team will get, because of the latitude and longitude, will get the location and reach within 100 minutes and look at that complaint within 100 minutes, which is being used in these 5 elections, and we are getting very encouraging results.
The News Services Division of Akashvani will broadcast an exclusive interview with the Chief Election Commissioner of India, Rajiv Kumar, in English today. It can be heard on 100.1 Akashvani Gold from 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. In Rajasthan, the Enforcement Directorate or ED teams are conducting searches at various locations of senior officials associated with the Water Supply Department in Jaipur since morning in connection with alleged Jal Jeevan Mission scam. The ED teams reached the office and residence of Additional Chief Secretary of Public Health Engineering Department, Dr. Subodh Agarwal, this morning. Apart from this, State Secretariat and officials in Jal Bhavan are also being interrogated. The agency is also conducting searches at the houses of senior officials of the department. There were allegations of irregularities and scams in relation to the Jal Jeevan mission. Delhi continues to reel under severe pollution, with air quality dipping into severe category. A thick layer of smog engulfed Delhi and surrounding areas. At 11 a.m. today, the Air Quality Index or AQI was recorded at 475 in the national capital. An AQI between 201 and 300 is considered poor, between 301 to 400 very poor, and between 401 to 500 severe. Experts say that rise in stubble burning and adverse meteorological conditions led to a sudden deterioration in the air quality. The Stage 3 of Graded Response Action Plan or GRAP has been imposed in Delhi with immediate effect. The Subcommittee for Operationalization of the Graded Response Action Plan met yesterday. It has enforced a strict ban on construction and demolition activities in the entire National Capital Region. The committee has asked to ensure daily water sprinkling along with dust suppressants and intensify the frequency of vacuum-based sweeping of roads. It has appealed to the citizens to not use coal and wood for heating purposes. All government and private primary schools in Delhi will remain closed today and tomorrow. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal made the announcement in a social media post yesterday. In Bihar, 2 women lost their lives and 5 people were injured during a religious congregation due to overcrowding in Masti Chak area in Saran district this morning. The incident took place during Gayatri Yagya in area when crowd became out of control. Talking to Akashvani News, District Magistrate Amin Samir said 5 injured persons are undergoing treatment at the nearby hospitals. In a move to check piracy at the film content, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has established an institutional mechanism. 12 officers from Central Board of Film Certification or CBFC and the Ministry have been designated to receive complaints against piracy and direct the intermediaries to take down pirated content from digital platforms including website, app and link. INB Secretary Apurva Chandra said the step will help the content creators as the film industry is facing losses of 20,000 crore rupees due to piracy. And now news from the world of sports. In ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, the match between Afghanistan and the Netherlands is underway in Lucknow. Opting to bat first, Netherlands were 13 for the loss of 1 wicket in 3 overs when reports last came in. Both teams have become the underdogs of the tournament by upsetting the favourites. Afghanistan is on the 6th position after 3 wins out of 6 matches, while the Netherlands is on the 8th spot with 2 wins in as many matches. In the 37th National Games in Goa, the exhilarating Gatka event, a martial art from Punjab, came to a close yesterday. Punjab bagged the gold medal for Gatka boys single soti, while Chandigarh won the gold for Gatka girls single soti. In the women's triple jump, Sheena Envy of Uttarakhand stood at first place. Seema of Himachal Pradesh secured the gold for women's 5,000 metre. Maharashtra is currently sitting at the top of the medals tally with 162 medals. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India's food diversity is a dividend for global investors. Inaugurates second edition of World Food India in New Delhi. King of Bhutan, Jigme, Khesar, Namgyel, Wangchuck arrives in Guwahati on an 8-day official visit to India. Mobility and Migration Partnership Agreement signed between India and Italy to facilitate movement of workers, students and professionals. Filing of nomination papers begins for Telangana Assembly elections with issuance of notification. Delhi engulfed in thick layer of smog as air quality plummets further into severe category. And in ICC Cricket World Cup match between Afghanistan and Netherlands underway in Lucknow. And with that, we end the midday news.